Let me ask you a simple question. If you have multiple loans, which one would you pay off first? If you're like most people, you've been told to focus on the loan with the highest interest rate. It seems logical. Pay less interest, save more money. But here's what the ultra-wealthy know. That advice is costing you thousands in potential cash flow. Today I'm revealing a powerful debt elimination strategy used by the wealthy elite, the cash flow index. This formula could completely transform how you approach debt and accelerate your path to financial freedom. What if I told you that paying off your highest interest loan first might be the slowest way to financial freedom? What if the loan that's actually hurting you the most isn't the one with the highest interest rate? The wealthy look at debt differently. They don't just see interest rates, they see efficiency and inefficiency. They understand that certain loans drain your monthly cash flow more severely than others, regardless of the interest rate. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to calculate which loans to pay off first, how to implement the cash flow index in your own finances, and how this one strategy can free up hundreds, even thousands of dollars in monthly cash flow without changing your lifestyle at all. The cash flow index was developed by financial strategists as a more strategic way to eliminate debt while maximizing monthly cash flow. Traditional debt payoff methods like the debt snowball or avalanche focus on either the smallest balance or highest interest rate, but these approaches miss something critical: the relationship between your loan balance and your monthly payment. Think about it this way: which would impact your life more, freeing up $500 in monthly payments or saving $50 in interest over the next year? The cash flow index identifies which loans are creating the biggest drain on your monthly cash flow relative to their balance. These inefficient loans are the ones that should be eliminated first. Here's why this matters. By freeing up your monthly cash flow faster, you gain financial flexibility, reduce financial stress, and create opportunities to either invest or accelerate paying off your remaining debt. This approach isn't about avoiding interest payments altogether, it's about strategy. It's about being smart with which loans you target first to achieve financial freedom faster. The cash flow index works for all income levels and all types of debt, from credit cards and auto loans to mortgages and business debt. It's about making your money work for you instead of against you. The cash flow index formula is beautifully simple yet incredibly powerful. Here's how to calculate it. Cash flow index equals loan balance divided by minimum monthly payment. Let's break this down with a real example. Imagine you have these 4 loans. Loan 1 has a $10,000 balance with a $400 monthly payment at 8% interest. Loan 2 has a $5,000 balance with a $100 monthly payment at 18% interest. Loan 3 has a $20,000 balance with a $300 monthly payment at 6% interest. Finally, Loan 4 has a $3,000 balance with a $150 monthly payment at 12% interest. To calculate the cash flow index for each loan, simply divide the balance by the monthly payment. Loan 1, $10,000 divided by $400 equals 25. CFI Loan 2, $5,000. Divided by $100 equals 50. CFI Loan 3, $20,000 divided by $300 equals 67. CFI Loan 4, $3,000 divided by $150 equals 20 CFI. Traditional advice would tell you to pay off Loan 2 first because it has the highest interest rate at 18%. But the cash flow index reveals a different story. Looking at the CFI scores, Loan 4 and Loan 1 are actually your most inefficient loans. Paying these off first would free up more monthly cash flow relative to the amount you'd need to pay them off. Think about it. By paying off Loan 4, which requires just $3,000, you immediately free up $150 in monthly payments. That's a substantial return on your investment in terms of improved cash flow. Once you've calculated the cash flow index for each of your loans, it's time to categorize them into one of three zones. Zone 1, the danger zone. Any loan with a CFI score below 50 falls into this zone. These are your most inefficient loans and should be paid off aggressively. They're creating the biggest drag on your monthly cash flow. In our example, Loan 1 with a CFI of 25 and Loan 4 with a CFI of 20 are both in the danger zone. Notice how the interest rates didn't determine this. It's all about the relationship between balance and payment. Zone 2, the caution zone. Loans with a CFI between 50 and 100 fall into this zone. These loans aren't critical to pay off immediately, but they should be examined for potential refinancing or restructuring opportunities. In our example, Loan 2 with a CFI of 50 and Loan 3 with a CFI of 67 are in the caution zone. Zone 3, the freedom zone. Any loan with a cash flow index above 100 is considered efficient from a cash flow perspective. These loans have such low monthly payments relative to their balance that they don't restrict your cash flow significantly. Typically, long-term mortgages with low interest rates fall into the freedom zone. For these loans, you'd only make the minimum payment and focus your extra cash on danger zone loans first. Remember this crucial point. The wealthy don't necessarily avoid all debt, they avoid inefficient debt. A loan in the freedom zone might actually be working for you rather than against you. Now that you understand how to identify your most inefficient loans, let's talk about the 3R method for optimizing your overall loan structure. The first R stands for Reallocate. This means taking underperforming assets and using them to pay off inefficient loans. For example, if you have money sitting in a savings account earning 0.5% while you have a loan with a CFI of 30, you're losing money every month. Reallocating those funds to pay off the inefficient loan would immediately improve your cash flow. This doesn't mean emptying your emergency fund completely, but it does mean being strategic about where your money is working hardest for you. The second R is Renegotiate. You'd be surprised how often this works. If you have a good payment history, many lenders will work with you to adjust interest rates or payment terms rather than lose your business. Credit card companies are particularly open to negotiation if you have a solid payment history. A simple phone call could reduce your rate by several percentage points. The third R is Restructure. This involves refinancing or consolidating loans to improve your overall cash flow situation. For example, you might refinance your mortgage and pull cash out to pay off high-cost financial institution loans, consolidate multiple high-cost financial institution loans into a single, more efficient loan, use a home equity line of credit to pay off inefficient debt, consider a 0% balance transfer for credit card debt. The goal is to move loans from the danger zone to at least the caution zone, or ideally the freedom zone, while freeing up as much monthly cash flow as possible. Let's walk through exactly how to implement the cash flow index strategy in your own finances. Step 1. Build adequate savings first. Before accelerating debt payoff, ensure you have at least 3 months of expenses in liquid savings. Without this foundation, you risk going deeper into debt if emergencies arise. Step 2. List all your loans and calculate the cash flow index for each one. Create a simple spreadsheet with columns for the loan name, balance, monthly payment, interest rate, and CFI score. Step 3. Categorize your loans by CFI zone: danger, which is below 50, caution, which is between 50 and 100, and freedom, which is above 100. Step 4. Apply the 3R method to optimize your loan structure. Step 5. Focus all extra debt payments on your lowest CFI score loan first. Don't scatter your efforts across multiple loans. Concentrate your firepower on one target at a time. Step 6. Set up a dedicated account to capture the freed-up cash flow as you eliminate each loan. Step 7. As you pay off each inefficient loan, immediately redirect that payment amount to the next lowest CFI score loan. This creates a powerful acceleration effect. The power of this approach is that it creates a virtuous cycle. As you free up cash flow, you have more resources to eliminate remaining debt, which frees up even more cash flow, and so on. What's most exciting is that unlike traditional budgeting, which focuses on cutting back, the CFI method focuses on optimization and efficiency. You're not depriving yourself, you're being strategic. Now let's cover some common mistakes people make when implementing the cash flow index strategy. Mistake number 1, ignoring liquidity. Some people get so excited about paying off debt that they drain all their savings, leaving themselves vulnerable to emergencies. Always maintain adequate liquid reserves. Mistake number 2, making extra payments on loans where the minimum payment doesn't decrease. With some loans, like mortgages, making extra payments doesn't immediately reduce your required monthly payment. This is critical. If your minimum payment doesn't decrease as you pay down the balance, your CFI actually gets worse with every payment you make, not better. You're not improving your monthly cash flow situation. Mistake number 3. Focusing only on getting out of debt rather than building wealth. The ultimate goal isn't just debt freedom, it's having your money work for you to build wealth. That's why it's important to balance debt payoff with strategic investing once you've addressed your danger zone loans. Mistake number 4, misunderstanding good debt versus bad debt. Not all debt is created equal. For example, a rental property with a mortgage in the freedom zone that produces positive monthly cash flow is actually building your wealth, not draining it. Mistake number 5. Getting emotional about debt. Many people have been conditioned to think all debt is bad and rush to pay off even freedom zone debt like low-interest mortgages. This can actually slow down your wealth-building journey by tying up capital that could be better deployed elsewhere. Here's your 3-step action plan to implement the cash flow index strategy starting today. Step 1. Gather all your loan statements in one place. You need the current balance and minimum monthly payment for each loan. Step 2. Calculate the CFI for each loan using the simple formula, loan balance divided by minimum monthly payment. Create a simple spreadsheet or use paper to rank your loans from lowest CFI to highest. Step 3. Take immediate action on your lowest CFI loans. Call lenders to renegotiate terms, explore restructuring options, or start directing extra payments to your most inefficient loans. Remember, this isn't just about math, it's about creating freedom and options in your life. Every inefficient loan you eliminate gives you more breathing room and more choices. The ultra-wealthy focus on cash flow because they know that's what creates true financial freedom. Not just a high net worth on paper, but actual money flowing into their lives each month. If you found this valuable, subscribe to Stealth Wealth Hacks for weekly insights into the exact strategies the ultra-wealthy use to build and protect their wealth. Remember, while everyone else is blindly following outdated debt advice, you now have an insider strategy used by the financial elite to create true wealth and freedom.